Trying to online date in your 50s is like, wow. That's all I can say.
That is because you are not supposed to still be out there single and dating in your 50s. You're supposed to be home with your husband, with your family, doing the family things, doing the family parties, the family reunions, family vacations. That is what you're supposed to be doing in your 50s. You're not supposed to be out there clubbing or on Tinder trying to lock down your forever man, right? The time to do that was 30 years ago, not now, when you're deep into your middle ages. That is not the time to do that as a female, right? Because as I've taught you guys, dating is not designed to work in a woman's favor after the age of 30. It's just not. That's the truth. That's reality. That's based on research. Dating is not designed to work in women's favor after the age of 30. It's designed to work in your favor before you turn 30. That's why you got to take advantage while you can. And just the opposite for men. Dating for men is not designed to work for us in our 20s. It's designed to work for us after the age of 30. The sad thing is like her story is very common, right? I have really never heard a single story of a 50-year-old woman talking about how great life is, that I'm still single and I'm still riding the carousel. I got 100,000 miles between my legs, and I can't lock down any guy, and I don't have a family, and life couldn't be better. I have not heard a single one of those videos. Have you? I bet you haven't, right? But I have heard just thousands of these types of videos where the middle-aged woman is sad, depressed, and a little bitter, complaining about the fact that she can't find any guy to date her age. Right? She can't find a quality guy at her age. Can't find a quality guy. And there's many reasons for that, obviously. I mean, the most obvious ones are the fact that she's much older now, so she doesn't have the physical attractiveness and basically the social leverage that she did, 30 years ago. She just doesn't. So obviously, like, her standards need to come down, and that's a problem with a lot of these older females. Is their standards don't come down, they go up. It's just complete insanity. It's like, that, your looks have declined, you're fatter now, you're older, you got more wrinkles, you got more gray hair. How come your standards have gone up, right? It's like, not only do I want this high value dude to want me, to be obsessed with me, but he also must fulfill all of these prerequisites that I have now that I'm older. I'm not going to put up with somebody who doesn't, make six figures, somebody who doesn't have his life together, somebody who, doesn't live in a nice neighborhood, under 6 feet tall. It's like they have all these crazy requirements, and it's like, what would, that type of guy you're describing sounds like a guy who could still run amok on younger women, hotter women, thinner women. Why is he choosing you? Why do you think he would choose you? That's where the cognitive... A lot of these chicks have, like, major cognitive dissonance. They can't see, like, how unrealistic and how unreasonable they're being. Right? And I always say to the younger girls who follow me, like the few that we have, right? When I show you these videos of these much older women who are probably your mom's age, right? Much older. Take heed. Take heed, because this is what you have to look forward to if you buy into that narrative that you're being sold, that you've been being sold since you were a little girl, right? Since you were a little girl. They're basically saying, like, men suck, don't need them, can do it without them, do it all by myself, I'm strong and independent, I got the sisterhood will back me up. It's like, does this chick look like she's getting backup from the sisterhood? Do any of these 50-year-old women look like they're getting back up from the sisterhood? No, they're not. Because their female friends who are also in their 50s, they're just trying to swim to shore too. They're just trying to survive themselves at that age. They don't have time to worry about you and the sisterhood. That's all fine and dandy when you're in your 20s. And you see a lot of these like female celebrities doing these hashtags on TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram, like, "Ooh, it's Women's Day. We're all there for each other." Yeah, until the party's over, you'll see how much those girls are there for you. You'll see, right? You'll see. And a pickup artist is more there for you than your own besties. How scary is that, right? They're not even going to tell you what's up ahead. They don't want to tell you the truth, right? But here I am, I'm telling you, and I'm being attacked for it. See this single 50-year-old chick, her tale is very common. This is a very, very common situation where these girls are like still out there, still alone, and trying to find just even a decent dating partner is getting ridiculous, right? It's getting harder and harder, and she's not getting any younger. So this is why I tell you, time to do that is while you're young. While you're young, you're only going to be young once, right? Just like the expression goes, youth is fleeting. Youth is fleeting. You got to take advantage of it, because if you don't, there's the future. All right, so we're going to crack into another one of these videos, right? So we're going to do a couple of these where you can really like bang home the point I'm trying to make here. So let's crack into the second one tonight, and you can see for yourself.
So when people say they're on the market at 53, I'm more likely on the clearance rack than anything else.
Okay, so this chick, at least, she is being honest with herself. And she's realizing, like, hey, I'm on the clearance rack. At least she is being honest with herself. And that's really where recovery begins, right? When you can be honest with yourself, you know what you're doing wrong, you know, like, where your value is. At least now you can begin to move forward, right? And at least now she's like, hey, I'm on the clearance rack. Beggars can't be choosers. Maybe she'll get a guy who's like 15 years older than her, 20 years older than her, maybe like, or like grandpa. So a guy who's like a grandpa who's willing to date her, right? And there are plenty of them out there. I mean, it's not like these chicks can't get any man. I mean, they can, but they don't want to lower their standards. And that seems to be the biggest key factor with a lot of these females, even these much older ones that are in their 50s, is like, hey, it's not like you can't get a man. Anybody could get a man, like if you're female, but it's like, you don't want to lower your standards. And you know what? You have to. If you want a man, you're just going to have to. If you want to eat, right? Maybe you can't do the 5-star restaurant anymore. Maybe you got to settle for some McDonald's. That's okay, right? That's okay, right? It's food. Just, beggars can't be choosers. It's food. So for this chick, at least I'll give her that, right? At least she's able to be realistic and say, hey, I'm not worth what I was before. And now the healing process can begin, because you can't start to heal, can't start to move forward, you can't rehabilitate, and you can't, find a suitable dating partner if you're still being delusional, right? If you're still being unrealistic. So kudos to her. All right, we're going to crack into one more, third video tonight that I want to share with you guys. So let's just jump into it right now.
This may ruffle a few feathers, so listen, if this doesn't apply to you, then don't come on here and tell me how butthurt you are about it. If it doesn't apply, then it doesn't apply. And if it does apply, and you are a little butthurt about it, then maybe you ought to reevaluate. I saw a comment earlier in response to an older gentleman who was posting a kind of a similar video to the young guy who is lip-syncing to the 80s songs. And he was claiming, women 50 plus, come back to us, come back to us. And the comment was saying, well, you guys don't want us, or you didn't. How come all of a sudden now you do? And look, I find this to be true. I am 50 years old. I'm doing online dating, if that's what you want to call it. And men my age are not interested in me. I've found this to be true in online dating. So what's up now?
So this 50-year-old woman is finding out the hard way that men her own age, right? Guys who are also in their 50s don't want to have anything to do with 50-year-old women. Why? It's because these guys, over the years, have realized that they can get younger women, which I teach you guys. I keep trying to bang in your heads over and over. You can get younger. You just have to believe in yourself a little bit, right? You don't buy into this narrative that you've been sold all your life, like, oh, you're over the hill. Oh, it's too late for you. Oh, it's creepy. You're dating your daughter. All this other stuff. Dudes, I'm living proof, man. Living proof. I date much younger women than myself. The girl I'm dating right now is half my age. You could check her out for yourself on my IG. And we've been dating now for over a year. And, it's a great girl. We get along perfectly. She doesn't nag me about anything. She doesn't have like all this crazy emotional baggage that she's carrying around. She's not like constantly trying to hit me with all these prerequisites that I must pass. No, she lets me lead the relationship. She's pretty traditional in that sense. I don't know if I'd say conservative, but she's definitely traditional in the sense where she likes to cook. She likes to clean. She likes to do these things. I think I'm a little more progressive than she is, where it's like I don't like eating at home, and I don't really care for her to like cook for me, even though she wants to do it. I love eating out all the time, and I love going to restaurants, and she's just like, okay, we can do that. But she lets me lead, and I see my friends, my peers who are my age, right, guys I know from high school and college, who are now married to women that are our age, and I feel bad for these guys, man. They're being treated like a fourth child, or like they're being treated like stepchildren. They're not even being treated like men. Like the women have taken over the lead in the relationship, and a lot of that's their own fault. They let it happen, right? But these women are just like way overbearing, and I just can't imagine dealing with that. I just rather be alone, personally. I mean, I'm like, I don't need to deal with that. I'm happy on my own. I don't mind being a lone wolf. But that's what they have to deal with. Huge difference. But this chick in in her little rant is having to come to grips with the fact that, hey, guys your own age, even guys your own age don't want you. They want the younger women. They know that what their value is. Right? And a lot of these guys too realize like, hey, you kicked me in the balls when I was in my 20s. Why should I come and rescue you? Why should I come and save you? You didn't show me any sympathy. You didn't come and rescue me. Why should I rescue you? So history repeats itself, right? But as I've said, just showing you these three very, very common stories from three different women having almost the same exact experiences in the dating market. What does that tell you? Right? That should tell you that there are thousands, if not millions of them out there with the same story who are still single in their 50s and they're not happy, right? Do they look happy to you? That lie that you've been sold growing up is like, oh, girl, you're going to be happy on your own, just making that those sweet dollars, making that corporate money. Woo, you're going to be happy. You're going to have exactly what men have. You're going to be so happy, not needing men. Do these chicks look happy to you? Right? I mean, they're not broke. They don't look homeless, right? They probably had decent careers, or probably still have decent careers. Do they look happy to you? No, because for women, most of their fulfillment comes from having a family, from taking care of their man, taking their husband, raising their children. That's where your fulfillment comes from. All right? That's where your fulfillment comes from as a normal female, right? But, I really wish, like, the mainstream media would, instead of just showing this, like, biased, one-sided narrative that they constantly do, like, oh, girl, all about you. The world is your oyster. Let's fast forward 20, 30 years later and show them the females that bought into that. Like I just showed you tonight. Do they look happy? Do they look like the world's their oyster? No. They're miserable, they're unhappy, and even research and statistics will tell you that the older these women get, the more they start to get addicted to antidepressants, the more they start to see a therapist on a more regular basis. A lot of them have psychologists, and that's another reason too why I refuse to date women my own age, if not even 10 years younger than me. I don't want to date that, because I know they've already crossed that pendulum where now they're going to start having not only the emotional baggage but the psychological issues, right, from being single, because it does do a number on you as a female, because females are definitely a lot more emotional creatures than men are, right? They're a lot more cerebral creatures than men are. So when they are not able to just kind of release their femininity and their, fulfill their duties as a woman by raising a family and raising children and taking care of a husband, all this, it starts to turn on them, right? It starts to backfire, and it gives them psychological issues, right? It starts to give them mental issues. I don't know any happily married women that are on antidepressants, but I do know many single, happily single women who are on antidepressants. All right, so as always, guys, drop your comments below. Love to hear from you. Share your experiences. Share your knowledge below. Share it with the tribe. I love to see you guys in my comments. I try to read as many of your comments as I possibly can. So drop your comments below. So, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it for the DeLorean. Smash that like button below for the DeLorean. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay? Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm because they're definitely not helping me anymore. I need your help. So subscribe to my channel. Share my videos with your buddies. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, stainless steel pill content, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all over the world are out there approaching and closing every single day, every single week, no matter what type of racial divisions going on in the world, no matter what type of virus is going on in the world, we are out there making things happen 24/7, just living our lives and having fun and taking no prisoners. And I want you to be a part of that. Okay? Life is short. I want you to be part of it. I want you to learn how to do it. And right now, the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons in 7 Months to Mastery, which is a very, very, very valuable program. I highly recommend you join. It's only $1 for the entire first month of content, so take advantage of it. And it only takes 2 seconds to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.